Let's start on our backs today. Hug knees to chest. Breathe deep into your sit bones. First, breathe into your right sit bone. And then exhale anywhere you want. And breathe into your left sit bone, and then exhale anywhere you want. So alternating the inhale from sit bone, exhale anywhere, to other sit bone. Take a few moments to just do that. Ujjayi breath, or any other breath you like. Ujjayi breath if you need to slow down. Any other breath, a lighter breath, if you're already feeling quite subtle. A few more rounds. Just notice when you breathe into your right sit bone, where does the breath go? What's your experience in breathing into your left sit bone? Does that have some wisdom or information for you? And arms out to the side and letter T or cactus pose for some dynamic twisting. Inhale, exhale, knees over to the left. They don't have to go all the way down. And then back to the center. And then as you exhale, twist to the other side and then inhale back to the center. Feeling the presence of those two sit bones as you take the knees side to side. Have a sense of the sit bones relating to your heels. Ujjayi breath, 1-to-1 breath ratio if you can. Exhaling about 4 or 5 or 6 counts, inhaling about 4 or 5 or 6 counts. And if you're not into that, anything. If you feel like you need to slow down and focus, gradually move your breath into a slower breath ratio. If you're feeling like you need a little energy, maybe you'll try moving faster, or if you're feeling really stiff and cloggy, maybe move a little bit more fluidly, a little bit quicker, or just the right amount of quickness for you to feel a little flow. So don't labor this, is what I'm trying to say. And then bring the legs back to the center. Feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Extend your right leg down. Place your hand right inside of your right hip bone. Palpate there gently, just the soft place. Just palpate gently, allowing your internal organs on your right side to be awakened, gently nudged awake, gently say, hey, I know you're in there. Hey there, liver up by my ribs. Hey there. Going across my rib cage. Yep, that's my liver. Gallbladder, you're in deep inside my liver somewhere. Palpating down. Right waist level behind all that tissues, my kidney. Hey kidney, how you doing? Down that ureter into the bladder, which is right above my pubic bone. Ovary or prostate, whatever you got going on inside you. Large intestine on that side, feeling that large intestine, and then towards the middle of that right side, your small intestine around your navel. Just gently palpating, and then allow your leg. So now I'm touching my right large intestine from the outside, rolling it to the middle as my leg rolls in, and then rolling it to the outside as my leg rolls out. So just allowing my large intestine to roll my leg in and roll my leg out. Feeling a sense of side here. Enjoying this sort of gurgly fleshy, organy, rolling that leg, side, in and out. And then just take a moment and feel. Legs can be extended or feet flat on the floor, you decide. And then other side. So the left leg's extended, palpating the organs on your left side now. With your fingers, I like to start right inside my my left hip bone. I don't know if I said sit bone on the other side or not, but anyway. Palpating that nice soft tissue right in there. Let it be jiggly. Don't try to hold your stomach in or make it tense, but just make it sort of jiggly, loosening up any tension, loosening up any tone. So lightening up my tone of awareness, like I have to be right on. Allow myself to be softer, more receptive. Palpating those organs on the left side. As I move up, my stomach is somewhere underneath my ribs. I got a spleen and pancreas up there. That stomach, spleen, pancreas, there's like a little family of organs that snuggle in together. So you don't need to know exactly where they are, but hold them as you're holding all three, acknowledging stomach, spleen, and pancreas. And moving it down about waistline. Behind all that organy stuff is your kidney, your left kidney, down the ureter, down into the bladder. Again, your left ovary or your left prostate or whatever you've got going on in there. And just that left large intestine towards the navel, that left small intestine. Got that place up by your stomach on this side, the duodenum or the duodenum, where your stomach moves into the small intestine and the pancreas drips in some digestive enzymes to help you digest all that is sweet in your life. Just have some fun with that. And then when you find and decide it's time, you can roll your left large intestine in and roll it out, feeling that whole side roll in and roll out from your organs, from your large intestine. It doesn't have to roll in and out from your large intestine. It can be another organ. With my legs, you can see. Put it back up. Let's feel that rolling of the leg in and out from that large intestine. Letting yourself really go there. Wherever there is for you. That large intestine, moving back into the bones, through the sit bone into the leg. Then extend both legs, take a moment and feel. And placing your hand in a little cup right over your navel, like a little bird cage. You can take both of them right around your navel, your belly button, where your small intestine might be. Feel sort of a roundness there, and feel the large intestines on each side of that small intestine. Roll the legs in, and then roll the legs out. Roll the legs in, roll the legs out. And then just take some random jiggling around. Saying, okay, everybody, have fun. Go back to a place that feels good for you. Enough of me palpating. And then roll over onto one of your sides and up to fours. Notice any sort of different sensation or freedom or new experience you might be having with your abdomen right now. As we do some regular, just sort of cat-cows, inhale, feeling that cow, and then exhale the cat. Around that central thing, inhale, feel that back arch a little bit. And then exhale, feel that doming of the back. Inhale, feel your head to tail moving to the up direction, and exhale, head to tail moving in the down direction. A couple more rounds. Just enjoying that freedom to move around that center from this upside downside perspective, and then move it side to side laterally to feel the sides moving around the center in this lateral perspective. So head and tail move to the right, head and tail move to the left. I'm going to take some circles with the tailbone and pubic bone, sit bones, and other direction. Allow that to reverberate up the spine, maybe getting to your head. And the back to fours. Inhale up, and then exhale down the right. Inhale up the center. Exhale down the left. I'm going to repeat this a bunch of times. Really feel that central channel, support the dome in the head, and then exhale down. Getting the full experience of your right, and then inhale, feel that breath move up into the dome of your head, your third eye, and then exhale down the left into the sit bone, tailbone, pelvic floor. Inhale from that central channel up, and then exhale down your right. Inhale, doming up from your pelvic floor, up into the dome of your diaphragm, up into the dome of your head, and then exhale down the left. Repeat that again, feeling those three domes from pelvic floor to diaphragm to right behind your eyes, and then exhale down the right, and then inhale, feel that dome, pelvic floor, diaphragm, head, and then down. Take one more round. Dome, dome, dome. And feel that length. And then that support of those three domes, dome, dome, dome. And then down the side. From here, come back up to fours. Extend your right leg out, your left arm out. Inhale, feel that those three domes of support in the middle, and then exhale, bring the elbow and knee together if you can, and then inhale back out. And then your right leg's gonna go out to the side, and your left arm's gonna go out to the side, and then back to center. So bring them in, elbow to knee in, and back long, and then out to the sides for both arms, and then back long. Repeat, feel the three domes of support in the middle, allowing my sides to really explore and move about the planet of my life. Because I've got those three domes of support in my middle, in my center, I have some maybe more access to more freely explore things that are side. Try not to bump into the microphone. So my hand's doing some weird gesturing, which I don't mean. It doesn't have to do fancy things. I'm just trying not to hit the mic stand there. And then come back down to fours. Take a moment. If you need to come off your arms or knees, please do so. Change your position. Then eventually left leg goes up, right arm goes up. Feel those three domes of support, dome, dome, dome. That would be my pelvic floor, where my lung diaphragm is, and then right behind my eyes. And then exhale, elbow to knee, and inhale out. And then arms out to the arms and legs to the side, and then back. Repeat. Exhale in, inhale out. Exhale moves to side, inhale back to center. Elbow to knee, exhale, inhale long, exhale side, inhale long. Repeat a few more times, feeling the central support of those three domes, that central channel. Center doesn't have to be a single point, although it can be. It can be a bigger space, a bigger column. It can be as big as you want it to be. It's center, after all. It can do anything it wants, because it doesn't have any judgment. Repeat as many more times as you like. I'm going to finish one more round and then be done, because I'm feeling done. And then back to fours. And from here, inhale your right arm up and slide it through. So you're stretching out, threading the needle there. My left hand is on the floor. My head's on the floor. Hand pressing into the earth a little bit so I can open up that central channel by twisting around. Now starting to feel my left arm pressing into my left lung lobes as I open up that space in my right lung lobes behind my shoulder blade. Open up that space in my right lower lung lobes and my right collarbone. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what's going on from this point of view. And if you want to lift your left leg up, go right ahead. Connected to the organs here. And those 3 domes of support. And come back down. Inhale, come up. Woo. And 4s, I'm going to sit back on my toes. Stretch out the bottoms of my feet while I take a moment in symmetry. You don't have to stretch out the bottoms of your feet. You can sit back in Vajrasana. But let's change our orientation here to allow our 3 domes to have more of that vertical alignment. And sort of horizontal for a moment, just to feel a breath of what that is. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling my 3 domes way more buoyant after having done that. Like they want to be buoyantly balanced on top of each other now. Especially after doing that little lung thing with the stretch. So other side, left arm up and then thread that arm through. My head's on the floor now. My right hand is by my face. My left arm's on the ground. Feeling my right hand and my arm press into my right lung lobes. Breathing in, allowing my left middle lung lobe underneath my shoulder blade, my left lower lung lobes by my lower ribs, and my left upper lung lobe up by my collarbone. To get some space there, connecting my lungs on my left side to my arm on my left arm, my lungs on my right side to connect to my right arm. I'm changing my orientation again. And if you want to connect your internal organs, your right large intestine, to lift the right leg, go right ahead. 1-to-1 breath ratio. And then exhale, come on down. Inhale, bring your left arm up. And 4s. Again, I'm going to curl my toes under, sit back on my feet to stretch out my feet. Either that or just sit back in Vajrasana, sit back on your heels. Take a moment. Feel that buoyancy if possible. If you feel a buoyancy through your 3 domes, just notice what's available to you here. Nice. Inhale the arms up over the head, stretch through the elbows, and if you can, stretching through the palms. Inhale, take the body over to your right side, breathing from left arm all the way down through your left upper, middle, and lung lobes, expanding those lungs. Gently from the mind of the organs now, not really opening my ribs, but feeling the lung, the soft, spongy lung tissue inside the cage of the ribs. That's that protective cage. But the ribs, it's not like a big box because it's not like a big, it's a cage. It's got space and breath in there. Just enough protection. Just enough protection so you can still move and be free. Inhale up. It's kind of a cage in the best way, it gives you just the right amount of container. So you can be free to breathe. Inhale, other side. Arms up. Change the interlacing of your fingers if you like. And take your body over to the left. Feeling that deliciousness now from my right lower, middle, and upper lung lobes into my right arm. Allowing my right lung tissue now to expand, explore, and appreciate the container, the cage of my ribs without my ribs guiding my lungs. Let my lungs appreciate, guide my ribs. Great. Inhale up. Float the arms down. Take a moment and feel. I'm still sitting on my toes. You may or may not be. And from here, let's go ahead and come to standing. Ah, yes. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften, sink to chair. Feel that sense of space now from the tailbone all the way through those three domes. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, float the arms back down. Clasp hands. Inhale, open collarbones. Exhale, cascade forward. Bend legs, release the arms down. Inhale, come up to chair. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips into chair pose deeper, and then inhale up. And then exhale, float the arms down. We'll do one more of those. That's the no down dog, ageless sun salute that we've created over the years. I'm going to do one more of those, and then feel free, if you don't want to do down dog or do anything like that today, to continue with those while we do a different variation after this. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips to chair. Inhale, back up. Exhale, float the arms down. Clasp hands behind you. Inhale, open collarbones. Exhale, bend legs as you cascade forward. Release the arms down. Inhale, come back up to chair. Exhale, soften shoulders, sink hips. And inhale all the way back up. Float the arms down. So if you are planning on continuing with the sun salute of that variety, please do that. Otherwise, step to the back of your mat. No, don't do that. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale over Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, come halfway up. And then exhale, slide your right leg back behind you to the lunge. Inhale, float the arms up. And exhale, back down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward to the lunge. Arms up. Exhale, arms down. Back leg comes up. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer through that center line. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale over Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back down. Left leg goes back to the lunge. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, down. Step back to down dog. Inhale, left leg comes through. Arms up. Exhale, back leg comes up. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Continue with this sun salute. As you inhale, you're feeling that center line. And then as you move off the center line, taking the body forward, so feel those three domes. Those three domes bring you up to Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. And then exhale down, feeling the three domes help that right leg go back to the lunge as those arms come up for the inhale. Exhale, arms down. Feel those three domes guide you into downward facing dog. And then your right leg comes through to the lunge again. Inhaling up, those three domes bring you back up. And then exhale, the three domes help you come back to Uttanasana. And then those three domes buoyantly help you get to center. And then as the hands come to prayer, acknowledging the presence of that central channel. Once again, inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale, feel the three domes, boing, 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 bring you up. And then exhale back down as that left leg goes back to the lunge. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale back down to down dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward. Feel those three domes, boing, boing, boing. Exhale. Left leg, right leg comes back to Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, float the hands to the heart in prayer. Take one more round. Inhale up. Exhale over, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway up. Allow that to be the breath and impetus you need so that right leg goes back to the lunge. And then inhale, floating those arms up from the support of those three domes. Exhale back to down dog, feeling that support of those three domes. Inhale, right leg comes forward. Bring body up. And then exhale, those three domes, bring that back leg up. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. One more round. Inhale, breathe it up. Exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, from that support, the left leg goes back to the lunge, arms up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward from that support. Exhale, back leg up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Take a moment and feel. Let's come to this legs wide. Rotate your right foot out, left foot in. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. Feel that whole long, large intestine. Bring the right arm up as that right leg bends to reverse warrior. Exhale all the way over into triangle pose on the other side. So I'm taking that full organ sweep. My right lungs to my right arm, my right large intestine to my right leg, and then back and down. And swing it back up, reverse warrior. And then exhale all the way over to triangle. Take one more. Feel that full organ sweep. So the limbs are moving because it's got the support from those central organs. And stay over in triangle. My right hand, I'm going to slide it across my belly from my right hip to my left hip bone, if I can reach it. And let it be on, and then just put it somewhere in the middle of my belly. My right elbow is into my thigh right now. Left arm over my head to acknowledge the presence of my organs supporting this movement. Feeling the domes inside of me, allowing my limbs to be free, allowing me to move about the planet of my life with that support of the center. One more breath here. Inhale, and then exhale, release. Face that front leg, walk the back leg in a little bit. And feel that cascading over that front leg. Feel that dome of my pelvic floor, my ribs, and right behind my eyes. If you want a little stronger action for your back, arms can go over the head, otherwise arms can come down by your sides. And then inhale, bring that body up from those three domes. That might be a more challenging move for some. And then step that back foot up. Stand, close eyes, and feel. Just notice the difference on the sides of your body. Moving about the planet of those three domes in the middle. Take the legs wide again. Rotate your left leg out, right foot in. And now here, sweeping from that big left lung lobe and left large intestine, as you bend your left leg, left arm sweeps up and over the head in reverse warrior. And then exhale, take it all the way over into triangle. And repeat a few more times, feeling that big organ support, that organ expansion. An organ supporting the movement of the limbs. Take it about 3 or 4 rounds. I'm going to do one more. And then stay over in triangle. Take your hand onto your belly, between your hip bone somewhere. I'm letting my left elbow rest on my left thigh. I'm sure it's going to find a little marma point in there to dig into if it likes. Breathing out into that space of my organs. Hand on my belly to remind myself that this is not about the limbs right now. Yes, the limbs are joyously celebrating it. The limbs are benefiting. The limbs are engaged and present. But remind myself that for this moment, my organs have supported this movement. Acknowledging that that's where this one came from this time. One more breath in. And then even though it'd be so awesome to come up to standing, let's inhale and exhale over the organs, cascade forward as the body comes forward. Placing that front leg, walk the back foot in if you like. Feel that softening of the internal organs here. Inhale 4, exhale 4. Can I still feel that buoyancy of my pelvic floor dome, of my lung diaphragm dome, and the dome in my head? And as I call to all 3 domes, arms can go over my head or behind me as I feel my central channel lifting myself back up to standing. And from those 3 domes, back leg comes forward, stand, close eyes, and feel. All right, let's come to knees. For parighasana, gate pose, right leg goes out to the side. Inhale, left arm over. Again, this is all lung, large intestine. Inhale, body over to the right. So that sense of space. One more breath. And then exhale, face that right leg. So I'm twisting into my right leg here. And inhale, come back out to the side. Exhale, inhale a few times. And then inhale all the way back up to the center. Bring my right leg in. Sit back down on my feet, into my heels. Take a moment. Now, if you have sensitive knees, a lot of padding under the knees can be really beneficial here. If they're too sensitive, then do a different thing. Take a side bend or side angle pose. Parighasana is a very strong pose. It really invites the balance between a stable base in a weird way and that lightness. It can be really brittle for some if we forget the organs. So allow that inhale of the right arm to go over the left, to feel that softness of the organs, so it doesn't feel like I'm literally a gate, but something more like a cloud or something moving. I don't really like the word gate pose for that reason. That feels brittle to me, and very two-dimensional, very linear. This is a very round pose if you think about it. Got organs in there that are creating this lateral thing. And then from there, exhale, go ahead and face that left leg. And inhale back up. Exhale. And then in all the way back, let those 3 domes bring you back up to that center, and then come back down. Sit on your right bum, cross the left leg over for ardha matsyendrasna. Inhale, float that right arm up, and now feel that lung, the right lungs. Move your right arm across as you twist to half Lord of the Fishes. My right large intestine is guiding into my right hip, my right sit bone. My left large intestine is guiding into my left hip, my left sit bone. Feeling those three domes. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Stack the knees on top of each other, gomukhasana. And take a moment here. If you're ready, take us just a gentle hinging forward or forward fold. Inhale up. Undo the legs. Navasana, boat pose. Legs can be bent or straight, your choice. Feeling the three domes supporting your back, supporting your spine, supporting your torso. Allowing the limbs to reach, to play, to do things from those three domes in your torso, allowing you to do some movement with this navasana idea, or be steady. Steadying the breath, feel the support, that gentle, malleable support of the organs, those three domes of clarity. If you think about it, when we have those three domes, the pelvic floor, the diaphragm, and the head, we're uniting our three bodies. We're allowing ourselves to converse with our presence. And then from here, left leg comes down, right leg over for our matsyendrasna on the other side. Left arm up, feeling the left lungs rotate around. Inhale 4, exhale 4. One more breath in. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come back to the center. Stack the knees one on top of each other for gomukhasana legs. And then allow your body to come forward. Or for some of you, you'll just stay seated. Can hinge, can round. But be soft in your organs. Be gentle with yourself. Acknowledging that central channel of support. And inhale, come up. And exhale, bring the legs back around. Lay down onto your back. Again, trace your large intestines into your legs. Roll the legs in and out from the large intestines. Feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Feel that large intestine from the lower ribs all the way down your thighs into your legs. As you move into dynamic bridge from that large intestine, inhale, arms, lungs and large intestine with body up, and exhale down and move myself up and into the wall. So this long, large intestine is a relationship in traditional Chinese medicine. It's also a relationship today for our side body work and feeling that central channel. So feeling my lungs with my arms and my large intestines with my legs as I inhale, float my hips up for dynamic bridge, and then exhale back down. Can you connect the dots between your lungs and large intestines and your limbs? Lungs, large intestines, and limbs. Don't you love it? The alliteration of it all. The alliteration of it all. So much L stuff. You can go up and down as many times as you like. On your last one, stay up. You can keep your arms over your head or move them down. Walk your upper arms together to allow your upper arms to take some weight there. Feeling that connection between your large intestine and your legs, your lungs and your arms. And those three domes, pelvic floor, your diaphragm underneath your ribs, and the one right behind your eyes. If you want to play with that central line of support, feel free to walk your right foot more towards center and lift your left leg. Some of you are going to be feeling really connected here, and that's going to be an effortless move. Others not so much, and you will take it on a different day then. And then change the legs around to see what that supportive center line can do for your limbs. And as you know from other practices, the reverse is also true. The limbs do support the center line. Today we're just doing it from the center line support point of view. Both legs can come down. If you want to go into wheel, go right ahead. I don't think I will today, even though I feel like I could. I'm thinking maybe not. And then come down, take a moment and feel. If you choose, and you do practice inversions, this would be a time to play with that 3 dome as you move into a headstand or a shoulder stand. So if you want to do that, go ahead and pause the recording. I'm not going to do that today, but this would be a time to play with that, to see how that 3 dome of supports you when you're upside down. If you did wheel, you may need a little longer cool down than I'm going to give, so please do what you need to do. Otherwise, arms out to the side, and let's do some more dynamic twisting, similar to what we did in the beginning, but this time really acknowledging the presence of my large intestines and my legs, my lungs and my arms as I move my knees side to side. And then leave the legs to the left. Again, that L alliteration for just a reclining twist of your choice. Allowing the lungs to inform underneath the armpit of your right arm. The large intestine to move down into your hip bone into your right sit bone, into the top of your leg. Keeping that leg bent, your right leg bent, straighten your left leg down below. So it's moving down as if you were standing on it. You want to deepen that twist. For some of you can just stay here. Others can extend your right leg now out in front of you. Hold your right leg with your left hand, and then bend your left leg, your left knee, and hold your left foot with your right hand. And release. Roll onto your back. Right leg goes up to the ceiling. And then right leg out to the side, opening the inner thigh. Release the leg down along the ground to meet the other leg. Take a moment before we do the other side. Knees into the chest. Exhale, knees over to the right, head to the left this time for twist, reclining twist. Acknowledging the left lungs into the left armpit and the left arm. The left large intestine into the left hip bone, into the left sit bone, into the left leg. And stay there as long as you like. If you're ready, your right leg can extend down underneath your right tailbone, moving in that direction. So your head and foot will be on the same plane. Deepening the twist. You can also extend your left leg straight out, grabbing it with your right hand, bending your right knee, grabbing your right foot with your left hand. Release your right leg down, roll onto your back, left leg goes up to the sky. If you like, use a strap here. And then left leg out to this side, opening your inner thigh. And release that leg down along the ground to meet the other leg. Or savasana. Feel free to place your hands anywhere on your body. Maybe tracing where your large intestines were, maybe your small intestine, maybe on your lower lungs, your chest. Just let them rest somewhere. Acknowledging. Acknowledging yourself and all that you are. And all that you have ever been. And all that you will continue to be. Feel free to continue to have your hands rest on your body if you like. For now, let them float off into Shavasana arms of your choice. And feel the breath move from your hands into your lungs and your heart. And as you exhale, allow it to go anywhere it wants to go. So I'm receiving from my hands to my heart and my lungs. And as I exhale and express, I'm curious to see where I will go next. Knowing that I have the support of both my central channel and my expressive limbs. I'm curious to see how my aliveness will reveal itself to me today. Feel free to bask here longer if you like. Feeling that breath moving from your hands to your heart and lungs and expressing itself on exhale. in its unique, alive manner. If you are ready to start moving about your day, take a deep breath in and release. Gently wiggle fingers and toes to bring all of yourself back to your body. Roll head side to side if you like. And eventually roll yourself onto one of your sides into a loose fetal position. Tapping your belly and your organs, saying yes, thank you for being there, central channel. Your pelvic floor dome, your diaphragm, your lung dome, and in your head. And allow those 3 domes to line up in vertical alignment as you bring yourself up to a seated position for a moment. Feeling that support, that buoyancy from your central channel. Thank you so much for joining me. It's my honor and my privilege to share these teachings, these times, all of this with you. Namaste.